Nestled in the rolling Piedmont region along today's border of North and South Carolina lies a place steeped in quiet history, the Waxhaws. Before it became known for one of America's most controversial presidents, Andrew Jackson, the Waxhaws witnessed a different kind of revolution. The slow but steady arrival of European settlers, carving lives out of the frontier. This is the story of the Waxhaws before 1776. Long before the settlers arrived, the Waxhaws region was home to the Waxhaw people, a small Siouan-speaking tribe. For centuries, they lived in communal villages, hunting, farming, and thriving in the fertile woodlands and river valleys. But by the early 1700s, smallpox, war, and displacement had nearly wiped the Waxhaw tribe out. Their lands, rich in game and timber, would not remain uninhabited for long. As the 18th century unfolded, a great movement began. From the crowded ports of Pennsylvania and Virginia, thousands of Scots, Irish, Germans, and English settlers began moving south, seeking cheap land and a new start. They followed what would become known as the Great Wagon Road, a rough, twisting path that cut through the Shenandoah Valley and down into the backcountry of the Carolinas. This was no easy journey. Wagons frequently broke down. Streams became torrents, and sometimes settlers carried their goods on their backs. By the 1740s, the road had brought families to the Waxhaws. Here they staked their claims, often near creeks, springs, and forests. Many were Scots-Irish Presbyterians, bringing with them a fierce independence, a deep faith, and a willingness to fight for survival. Life in the Waxhaws was hard, but it was free. Settlers built log cabins, cleared land by hand, and planted corn, wheat, and flax. They raised pigs and cows and hunted deer, turkey, and bear. Communities were tight-knit. Churches and meeting houses were among the first communal buildings. Education was limited, but many children learned to read from the Bible or the New England Primer. There were no towns in the early days, just isolated farms and family plots connected by trails and wagon tracks. Trips to a mill or trading post could take days. Frontier justice was simple, often dealt with at the barrel of a musket or the edge of a blade. By the 1760s, the backcountry was changing. Population grew. The British colonial government tried to exert more control. Settlers grew frustrated with corrupt officials, high taxes, and lack of representation, especially in faraway Charleston and New Bern. Out of this unrest came the regulator movement. For backcountry farmers protested what they saw as government overreach. Though it was centered further east, the Waxhaws' independent spirit mirrored these same frustrations. As the colonies hurtled toward open rebellion, the Waxhaws stood ready. These were not aristocrats or merchants. They were hardened frontiersmen, deeply skeptical of authority. Many would join militias. Some, like the Jackson family, would pay a steep price for the cause of liberty. In 1776, when the Declaration of Independence was signed, the Waxhaws were already a land of patriots in waiting. The woods and fields that had once been home to the Waxhaw tribe had become the seedbed of American resistance, a place where freedom was not just an idea, but a daily act of survival. Before the roar of revolution, before the rise of Andrew Jackson, and before the battles that would scar its soil, the Waxhaws were a quiet crucible, a place where freedom was fought for not in speeches, but in sweat, sacrifice, and spirit. This was the Waxhaws before America was born.